Johannesburg, big corporate companies have drawn inspiration from the 2010 FIFA World Cup to create huge masterpieces to beautify the City of Gold and to bring about the World Cup fever. 96 meters high up on Hillbro's 200 centimeter high Telkom Tower is a huge soccer ball. This is a massive reminder to all who see it that Joburg will be playing a key role in the most prestigious sporting event in the world, the 2010 FIFA World Cup. The Orlando Towers recently got upgraded for the 2010 FIFA World Cup.
We're repainting the towers for the World Cup, which has been a fantastic inspiration. We've been motivated by it because we believe that landmarks of South Africa is a very important thing, and it shows our enthusiasm and our gratitude for having to have the World Cup here. Well, we started painting on the 22nd of February, and it's taken from then until now to get it to the point that it's at. We've managed so far, and I think it looks great.
It feels really great because this has to do with the 2010 World Cup, which is coming to Africa for the first time, basically. And there's a whole big hype about the whole thing. People will be coming here, it's quite exciting. So I'm glad to be part of the project. I must say, that's why I say it's very challenging, but what it does is, I haven't done this piece, although it's not finished. When I look back and see other paintings I've done in the past and things that I will do again, it kind of makes them look so small, like I'm painting on A4 size papers. Yeah.
It's amazing, actually. It's quite an achievement and an accomplishment because, it's no small task. Being the only woman in this project is quite rewarding, and also you got to work harder to prove yourself to everyone else because you're a girl, and then work 10 times harder all the time. When you're working on such a large scale, you're right up against two colors the whole time, and then the second you take a walk back to 500 meters or something like that, then you see, wow, look at that. Unfortunately, it's only a 6-meter strip, but hey, in a couple of days you got this massive guy. Look at him. Well, that ball is awesome.
What's even more exciting is that the 2010 FIFA World Cup has taken on a different form of art. It's not just corporate art, it's also street art. Graffiti began in Philadelphia in the early 60s and later flourished to Brooklyn, the Bronx and Washington Heights. A lot of guys started writing their names with Koki pens on subways and their neighborhood walls. Eventually graffiti evolved and people started using spray cans to make their names bigger and bolder. Meet Rasty, who is one of South Africa's most well-known professional graffiti artists.
I think the World Cup has helped inspire artists. Personally from my side, it's now that South Africa is kind of in the spotlight more than it has been before, and everyone's looking to South Africa and stuff. So it's a good time to really kind of showcase what we've got and put out there what's happening here in South Africa. So for me it's about putting stuff up there and so that when the world comes here and when people come here, they see what's going on and they'll see my stuff and see that there's actually something going on in Joburg and there's something as far as graffiti goes.
Graffiti continued to grow. It went from signatures to murals.
I think graffiti differs from the corporate artwork that's been put up in Joburg because it always maintains that raw street element, It's basically the voice of the youth, and that's kind of our angle on what we see happening, So it's got that raw element, and it's out there in the open for everyone to see, and it's basically commenting on what the youth is feeling these days. I've basically developed a style of character over the years, which I could say is my own style of character, the way I painted with hard lines and kind of really 3D shading, and just the way I do them, I've developed a way of drawing the noses and the ears and the mouth. That's particularly my style. So I could do a wide variety of stuff, but my main goal is always to make it specifically Rasty's artwork. I think it's quite cool how the corporates have kind of embraced the World Cup coming and kind of trying to make it interesting and fun, not kind of just your usual branding and that type of thing. You know, the soccer ball on the tower in Hillbrow is a really good idea because, you know, you see that from everywhere and people come, they're not going to miss it, and it's really a fun thing to do with the tower, and also the ones in Soweto that are painted, and it's just something that, you know, people are going to come and see that, you know, South Africa is a vibrant, energetic place, and, you know, it's really cool that everyone is kind of jumping on board and really trying to make it as nice a place for people to come to as possible.
It is amazing to see how the 2010 FIFA World Cup is not only inspiring corporate companies to create World Cup art, but artists all over Johannesburg are creating World Cup memorabilia.